Hey y'all, it's Rob again, and this is my 2001 Chevrolet Corvette convertible. Alright, so good morning. I am today going to do a real quick video of me in the car and giving you a little ride with me. We talked about it before. Before I get in, I'm just going to show you what the interior turned out looking like, and then we'll get in, we'll drive real short, and I'll close it up. Alright, here we go. Switch the camera around. Alright, so from a distance, man, this thing just looks real nice. This is exactly what I had anticipated it looking like. Very, very pleased. Quality is really good. Getting in, we'll give it a quick push button start. Get the clutch pushed in, foot on the brake, and she comes to life. I sure love the way this car sounds. Alright, let's take a ride. I'm going to put the top up and we'll take a ride. Well, hey everyone. I'm following through on my promise from last episode to take you along on a ride with me. I have zero idea if you'll be able to hear this, because this car is pretty loud inside. I've got a separate Bluetooth microphone on in hopes that it helps get the sound to you guys and not be too overwhelming during the video. Anyway, it's a cold start. I just got in the car for the first time in a couple of weeks. I haven't been in it at all, and everything seems to be going real well. I am doing this in hopes that you would get a feel for the way the interior looks and how the car drives, how it sounds. I can't have the radio on or anything like that, as you well know, so it's just the sounds of the engine and the road and me. Hey, by the way, I don't know if you guys can hear this when I'm turning the steering wheel, but there's like a creaking sound as I turn. I don't have a turn for a while, but I had this steering wheel replaced a while back, and ever since I've had it replaced, it makes this creaking sound, and I don't know if it's the clock spring in there that's not set right or something, but it doesn't bother me too terribly because I don't turn a lot. But it is annoying. It would be nice if it would go away. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know what that might be, and I'll check into it and let you know. I have pretty much given up on mine, knowing I've Googled it and stuff and haven't found anybody else with a similar problem. So let me know. It is a beautiful day here in the Dallas area, and I've got a quick errand to run. So this road is fairly smooth, so I don't think you're going to hear a lot of bumps and stuff. But for a car that's 20 plus years old, I think this car is pretty amazing, especially for the price point. I realize, like, my brother-in-law has a R8, an Audi R8, and it is obviously a way higher quality car than this, so it sounds different and feels different. But for the money, this car, it doesn't have an overly loud interior as far as creaks, and the C4s that I rode in back in the day, they were really creaky and rattly. This one isn't too bad. I've ridden in one C6 before, and it was very nice as well. The what's the word I'm looking for? The materials that are in a C6 are way better than a C5, but overall noises and rattles and creaks and stuff, I didn't find the C5 to be that harsh. I'm going to do a little bit of a pull. I've got 411 gears in the rear end, and this thing is a beast off the line. I had it dynoed, and it put about 350 to the rear wheels, so I'm in the range of what I feel like a stock Z06 for like a 2001 would be. And with the added quickness from the 411 gears, this thing really goes hard off the line, if you can even get it to hook. I thought about getting some Toyo R 888s and just never really did. The convertible is loud. It's not like I'm ever going to have a very quiet cabin experience, but I didn't buy it so that it would be a quiet cabin experience. Let's see if you guys can hear the creaking steering wheel through here. There's a few turns. Did you guys hear that? Here's another turn. Tell you what, being as big as I am, you kind of have to get settled in to the exact perfect place for the car to be drivable. Like, I couldn't be one more inch one way or the other. My knees, are hitting the knee bolster, and my head's hitting the ceiling, and my lower back and butt don't even touch the back of the seat, because I'm slumped down so far. Not complaining, just letting y'all know. Man, this car is fun to drive. This car, if you're a normal sized person, I think is a pretty good daily driving vehicle. Even with a M6, it is not, the clutch isn't overly heavy. It's not light. It's not like a Honda or something, but it is a fairly easy car to drive, and it's forgiving. The gas mileage isn't terrible, so you could daily drive this car. Now, somebody my size, there's just no way. It's too hard to get in and out of on a consistent basis, and I feel like you would tear the interior up just putting your big body in and out of the seats. But it is a fun car to have as a second car or whatever, for sure. And for not very much money. I need to clean this car. I still haven't cleaned it since doing all the interior work. Like really detail it, I mean. I've given it a bath, but that's about it. As a heads up, I am seriously considering storing this car at another location from where it's at now, so that I can, my sister is giving me a 1975 Ford Thunderbird that is in pretty bad shape right now, but I'm going to try to revive it and get it fixed up a little bit. Not going to be a total restoration, but let me know down in the comments if you guys would be interested in seeing some of that. My plan right now is to show some of that on the channel, and it should be a really fun revival. There's not much out there on the mid-70s sort of boat kind of Lincolns and Fords. It's got a big 460 big block, and of course it's got all the emissions stuff, so it's rated way down, and I'm sure it's not overly fun to drive, but I'll bet once it's running, it will run smooth, and it will float down the road. I'll bet it's a really neat driving experience. I remember this car, it was my uncle's car, and when he passed away, he left it to my sister, and I feel very fortunate that she gifted it to me for my birthday. And I remember it as a child. It was a beautiful car. Just he bought, I think he was the second owner, but it was like with 10,000 miles or something he bought it. It was just a beautiful car when he would bring it around. I remember specifically one July 4th that he brought it over. Oh, and then I remember an Easter that he brought it over to my house as well. Anyway, I'm looking forward to working on that car very soon. right, well, I guess that wraps up this episode. I know it wasn't much, but I had told you guys I wanted to take you along for a quick ride and let you get a feel for what the interior looked like. I'm very glad that is over, but I'm very happy with the way it turned out too. So glad it's done. Oh, got something to show y'all. Let me turn this around. So in the upcoming video, I am going to shoot I have found this up on my shelf the other day, this old G-Tech performance meter. And man, I've had this since seems like the early 90s, like right when I got out of college maybe. Anyway, 0 to 60 times, quarter mile times, G forces, that kind of thing. I don't even remember how it works, but I'm going to plug it into this car and take you guys for a ride. We'll find a little road in Mexico and we'll test it out and see how it goes. And then I've got another video coming up. We're going to be traveling to my brother-in-law's house who owns an Audi R8 V10 Plus. We might even hook it up to his car just to see. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. And if you like it, please hit the like button. And if you like what I do or want to be part of the little community that we're starting, just subscribe to it. It would help me out a lot, and I certainly appreciate it. So I guess that's the end of this episode. So be blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.